all my fight fans? So there is some talks about Canelo Alvarez returning with the promotion of PBC. We all know that Canelo Alvarez had previously left them because of some type of contract dispute. There was a lot of negotiations that weren't to Canelo's liking. I'm not too sure 100% of the details, but what I am aware of is that Canelo Alvarez is ready to return with PBC, and the opponent that he's in talks of fighting in Cinco de Mayo is Jaime Mungia. We all seen Jaime Mungia take on a former opponent of Canelo Alvarez, John Ryder, and stop him. Something that Canelo Alvarez was not able to do. So there's a little bit of a backstory there, where Canelo Alvarez took this guy 12 rounds, pretty much dominated him. Let's face facts. He was able to dominate him and had his way with him. Not saying Canelo Alvarez couldn't do what he needed to do. And there was actually some rounds that John Ryder gave Canelo Alvarez a little bit a tough time. But Jaime Mungia, on the other hand, pretty much dominated John Ryder, pretty much annihilated him. Did something that Canelo Alvarez, we all know that he actually used to do back in his earlier days, back in the days when he actually used to really knock out his opponents. He hasn't really been able to do that too much as of late. We all know that he actually had some injuries to his hands and he didn't really take the necessary time off. I personally feel like Canelo Alvarez should have rested his body and potentially took even a year off just to relax, just to rest, because being the fact that he has been a pro since his earlier teenager days in Mexico. I want to say he started at age 15 as an actual pro, not an amateur, and fighting every single year nonstop, 1 time, 2 times, even 3 times a year since that age. And now he's at the age of, I want to say 33, 34. That's a lot of fight, guys. That's a lot of fights to have at such a young age. And he's literally having that old school age where, he quite potentially, if he has more years in the tank, he could have over 70, 80 fights in him. And that's a lot. That's a lot to go on the body. That's a lot to go on the hands. The hands need a break. Because if you're constantly using them, whether you're in training or even in a fight, you're never really giving your time, giving your hands a chance to heal. But nonetheless, there's an opponent in the name, and there you go. Jaime Mungia, where that sounds much better than a Jamal Charlo. I really was not looking forward to that. We saw what he was able to do to his brother. It was complete annihilation. I mean, the Charlo brothers are great fighters, are really good, very entertaining. But at the end of the day, I just did not see them matching up well with Canelo Alvarez, especially being the fact that one of them's at 160, the other one's at 154. And I believe it was Jamal, excuse me, I always get them confused. The 154 champion is the one that went up to 168 pounds and lost to Canelo Alvarez. He went in there, pretty much ran away a majority of the fight, didn't really even try. It was very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. So I rather would see him go against another natural 168 pounder than anybody outside of his division, because there's been so many talks regarding him and his championship belts. He has to defend his belts, whether it be the one fight against that we all want to see against David Benavidez, or it'll be somebody else, but you got to defend your belts. If you're the champion in that division, you got to defend that belt within that division, because he did not necessarily clear the newcomers right now. Of course, you still got the big showdown with David Benavidez. You, of course, got this Jaime Mungia. There's quite a few other fighters out there he could potentially face within the super middleweight division. So let's hope this fight does transition. Let's really hope. So guys, let me know in the comments if you think this fight's going down, and if you think it is going down, who's going to win? Canelo Alvarez or Jaime Mungia? Let me know in the comments, guys. Like, subscribe, hit that notification button, and I'll see you guys in the next video.